Hello and welcome to your daily dose of Satoshi's news. Today's date is Monday, the 30th of December 2024, the year of 1,000,000 transactions per second or more. Experience the best of both worlds today at betbitcoinsv.com, the best casino and sports betting on chain. Have a little flutter in private using the original protocol and genuine Bitcoin. Right, let's see what we got in store for us today. Check this out. We've got to talk about this. This is a post by Wright that I commented on. Just had an overwhelming sense of intuition that this is actually why they wanted CSW in prison, which I'm going to discuss as a desperate leverage attempt to halt the scaling of BSV. That's why I think they desperately wanted him in there. We could check this out. So Liz Crokin, or Crokin, or however you pronounce it, Crokin, the producer of the Out of the Shadows movie, she posted this. BTC or BSV. Now she has got 461,000 followers, and this has had 73,000 views. This is going to be kicking up a stink in the BTC camp. But yeah, we've got a coin here that's like ranked 80 plus down in the coin market cap rankings, and we've got someone like Liz Crokin just saying, "What's this? What's this?" You know, I'm telling you, I'm getting excited. It's coming. Great little poster here from BSV Universe. Just gonna admire that one. Got an article here from Cointelegraph. A little bit of 365 days. Oh, actually, we'll talk about this artist there. Some 365 days of Bitcoin history, and then we'll just get into the figures as per usual. Right, let's get into it.
Satoshi, like a cowboy in the West, riding on the blockchain that they call the very best. 1 million strong and transactions flying free. Just wait for the terror node, you'll surely see.
Right, here we go. So this was a response I put in relation to a Light post here when they were talking about scaling of Terranode. So in this thread, Scott had said, I've spoken with many people who have worked and built Terranode, and they all believe it couldn't happen without CSW. Why? Under Shadows, it didn't happen. So yeah, I do believe CSW built Terranode, or at least gave instructions on how devs could build Terranode. And yes, I fully believe CSW is Satoshi. Does Elon build Tesla? No. People do, and the robots do that. It doesn't mean that... It doesn't mean that Elon isn't the brainchild behind making it work. If that's the case, then we would only value our labor and not value the leader of the labor. And Light responded to that saying, "Yeah, Craig all the way. He gave our team a lot of leeway to make decisions, but he guided the architecture, especially the important bits that matter for massive scaling." So this is what I put in response to that. I said, I bet this is why they were so desperate to get CSW in prison. Leverage in a desperate attempt to halt scaling of BSV. And Lights actually agreed. He said, well, kind of agreed. He said they're absolutely desperate. There is no way out for the really bad people that are responsible for BTC and the crypto scam. All the engineers and developers who refuse to actually study Bitcoin are just useful fools. Cannon fodder. We will build past them. Yeah. You know, I was just thinking, because somebody was asking me, somebody significant obviously was asking me about this, and I was just like, why are they so desperate to get him in prison? Because literally we heard that Copa, as in like Jonathan Hoff, literally offered to pay for Craig's travel to get into court. They were like, look, just get here, and again, I think pretty much we all knew that they were going to find him in contempt of court. And so they literally would have said, you're in contempt of court. They would have probably cuffed him and just taken him off straight down there. But like, what use is that? What use is that? What could they have done it for? So, okay, what, you're going to put him in prison for like 18 months, 2 years, 3 years? What are you actually going to do with that? You can't stop what's happening. And that's when I thought, whoa, you can't stop what's happening. Actually, if they got him in prison, they would have used that as leverage, as a desperate attempt to try and halt scaling of Bitcoin. That's what I think. That is why I think they were so desperate to do it, to use him as leverage. I mean, what are the reasons? Well, we're just gonna make you sit in a cell for 3 years. Pfft, you know, what's that gonna do? Nothing. But using him as leverage, well, that's actually quite something. I mean, even though I doubt that would actually be able to do anything, but they would still, they'd probably threaten his family and all sorts like that. Using once they've got you in their clutches, that's what they would probably do. So that's why I think they were so desperate to get him in there, because this whole contempt of court is absolute bullshit, utter bullshit. They were just like, right, we can't get, he hasn't done any, he hasn't committed any criminal acts. Like, if you're saying he's a forger, he's committed forgery and frauds, well, call the police, get him charged criminally. Where are the criminal charges? Oh, that's right, there are none, because it's a total bullshit made up charge, but we can get him in contempt of court. That's why they've done it. Absolutely outrageous. I'm fuming. But that's how corrupt the world is these days. And loving this, Liz Crokin, BTC or BSV, and look at this, the BTC maxis, literally shitting the bed. Somebody going, oh, I thought you were an investigative journalist. It's a really silly comparison. BTC, click. And then Liz has said, it's not a comparison, it's a question. I mean, this looks mint. I wonder how many more. Hi Liz, have you noticed the pattern in the way the way these people try to push their narrative? Blah 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 blah. Anyway, that looks like a super, 75,000 views, 363 likes, 164 retweets, 437 comments, 437. That's definitely a social media battle getting involved in. Oh, look at that! See, look, it's all about price with these numpties. All about price with these numpties. They've got nothing, literally nothing. Number go up, number go down. Pump it with tether. That is it. They don't know naff. They literally know naff all. Check it out. Bitcrash posting my tweet there. Loving that. Loving that. Yeah, that's mint. That's mint. Come on, boys. Get in there. Boys and girls. Everybody. Get behind that. Liz Crokin needs to know. Gavin Mayall's in there as well. Deep's in there. Light's in there. Smiley's in there. Loving that. Benjamin's in there. Come on. Craig's in there. Loving that. Crypto Spartacus is getting in there. Ace. Nick Eastham is in there. Odeska is in there. Brilliant. Brilliant. Loving that. Loving that. Loving that. That's right. Literally just, go for the low-hanging fruit. Liz is looking around. She's just like, See, you can only really turn those who are searching. Like, those who are completely blind and oblivious, they don't want to know. Whereas, like, suddenly when you're questioning, well, who controls money, who controls the world, and then what is money? And now we've got digital money, potentially. What is it? Blah, 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 blah. She's starting on her journey down the rabbit hole because she knows there's something wrong. Something seriously wrong. So that's mint, that is. Loving that. Loving that. BSV Universe said, BSV hype is real. I've been seeing so much buzz around Bitcoin BSV, and I can see why. It's fast, scalable blockchain and low fees are a game changer. I'm excited to see how it keeps growing. Have you checked out BSV yet? Let me know your thoughts. Loving this. Loving that as an image. Don't know if that's AI generated or not, but like, that looks mint. Definitely going to use that at some point. Yeah, that's great. Found this post from Cointelegraph again about this shitcoiner here. Looks like Santa Claus, doesn't he? Just needs a bright red nose on him. Michael Saylor posts Gregcoin chart hints at impending purchase. Well, again, he'll be shitting it because Tether has not been printing. Tether has not been printing. Which is why the price is going down. So Saylor's just like, oh right, yeah, I better pump this shitcoin myself. Is what he's up to. So let's see what he says. According to data from Microstrategy co-founder Michael Saylor, the company holds 444,262 Gregcoin, valued at roughly 41.4 billion. Oh my god, he's going to be absolutely livid. Microstrategy co-founder Michael Saylor posted the Gregcoin chart from the Saylor Tracker website on December 29th. The tech entrepreneur and Gregcoin advocate typically posts the chart on Sundays before making a Gregcoin purchase on Monday. Disconcerting blue lines on sailortracker.com. Oh, really? Sailortracker.com. Let's have a look at this. I haven't seen this one yet. Oops. Sailortracker.com. Michael Saylor. Portfolio tracker. That's hilarious. Amount of Greg coin. What's this? December 30th. Oh my jeepers. This was just today. This was just today. So you can see it. Look, he's posted. Whoa. He said Microstrategy has acquired 2,138 Greg coin for 209 million at 97,000. I think it's dropped down below that. 97,837 per coin, and has achieved a Greg coin yield of 47.8%. QDT, I think that's quartered per quarter. 74% a yield to date. Is that a yield to date? As of the 29th of December, we hold 446,400 Greg coin acquired for 27.9 billion at 62,428 per coin. Ooh, he has no idea what he's got himself into. Like, absolutely no idea. He's in too deep already. He'll never be able to get out of this. Good grief, look, and it's going down. 94,000, and he was saying that they acquired that for 97, and it's dropped down to 94. So Sailor wrote to his 3.9 million followers on X, the post, which has become somewhat as a regular Sunday ritual, caused a bevy of responses from market participants anticipating a Monday move by Strategy. Right, so yeah, it's Monday today. He's done it. The company completed its most recent Greg coin purchase on December 22nd, acquiring 5,200 Greg coin at an average price of 106,000 per coin. The 5,200 Greg coin represented MicroStrategy's smallest acquisition since July. Saylor has said that he will continue buying Greg coin at any price, and traders now see MicroStrategy as a leveraged Greg bet that is also closely tied to the overall health of the digital asset. MicroStrategy doubles down on Greg coin. The company called for a special shareholder meeting in December to fund the purchase of more Greg coin as part of its 2020-21 plan by increasing the number of shares it can issue. MicroStrategy's 21-21 plan stipulates that the company will raise $42 billion over the next 3 years through $21 billion in equity offerings and $21 billion in fixed income corporate securities to finance the acquisition of more Greg coin. Saylor's draft comprehensive digital asset framework. Michael Saylor recently proposed a framework of digital assets in the United States that included a plan for Greg coin strategic reserve that could offset the US national debt by providing the Treasury with $16 trillion to $81 trillion in asset wealth. According to MicroStrategy co-founder's plan, the US dollar could maintain its position as the global reserve currency by growing the market capitalization of the digital asset sector to $10 trillion. Such growth in the digital asset markets would also drive demand for the US dollar and US government securities that back over-collateralized stablecoins like Tether. The tech executive and Greg coin evangelist also outlined a taxonomy for digital assets, which included digital commodities, digital securities. What a dickhead. Digital commodities. There's only one digital commodity, and that's BSV. That's it. Digital currencies, digital tokens, non-fungible tokens, and digital ABTs, securing real-world commodities. That guy's in so much trouble, and he just doesn't even know it. Jeepers. Jeepers. Right. Check this out. So, I Am May has posted here. Thank you to everyone supporting my song, Carmageddon. As some of you might know, I'm now an independent artist after I lost my manager because I didn't change the lyrics of this song, and I also left my label. Your support means the world. If you could, if you'd like to hear the full track, click this link. The full track is actually on YouTube, but she is an awake artist, literally exposing everything that's going on. It's absolutely awesome. I'd well recommend having a listen to that track. She needs to be signed on a BSV label, is what it is. We need a BSV promotional tour with someone like her who's awake. You know, she'll be singing about BSV soon, but that's a great track. I've shared that in some of my DMs, so I'd recommend everybody have a listen to that. A little bit of 365 days of Bitcoin history. So check this out. 30th December 2009 was when, quote here, we had our first automatic adjustment of proof of work difficulty on the 30th December 2009. This is in the Nakamoto Institute. Yeah, look, we had our first automatic adjustment of proof of work difficulty on the 30th of December 2009. That would have been quite exciting, really. Proof of work difficulty. It's not the block reward changing. This is literally the difficulty adjustment. So we've seen the difficulty adjustment chart there of all time. So the first one way back in 2009 would have been extremely insignificant, but it was the first one ever, which is what makes it quite epic. On the 30th of December 2017, XRP surpassed BTC for a while. But in total market cap, not in circulation. Look at this. I think Ripple might be the only coin ever that's actually surpassed BTC, and it only happened this once in 2017 when Ripple went absolutely crazy after BCH was listed on Coinbase. The market went down, and then literally everybody jumped onto Ripple because they were saying, "Oh, backed by the banks," you know, crazy. But the only coin in the market to have done that, you know, and yet it's the banker's coin, which, you know, everybody in Bitcoin is just like, well, actually, this is again. Yeah, we all know what's going on. It's an absolute pile of shite. It's another cabal creation, is what it is. It's not even distributed, let alone economically competitive. Don't get me started. Also, on the 30th of December 2010, Hal Finney, who many think created Bitcoin, promotes the use of banks and their fraudulent fractional reserve system instead of Bitcoin, saying Bitcoin cannot scale. Since he persuaded Satoshi Nakamoto, Craig Wright, to install a soft 1 megabyte block cap to prevent Bitcoin from actually scaling. So this is why I actually suspect that Hal Finney was a CIA operative, because this is just absolutely outrageous. This is literally, Bitcoin is not meant to be used. Go back to using the banking system, basically. So he said here, actually, there is a very good reason for Bitcoin-backed banks to exist. So again, he's promoting banks here. Issuing their own digital cash currency redeemable for Bitcoins. Bitcoin itself cannot scale. Well, actually, yes, it can. To have every single financial transaction in the world be broadcast to everyone and included in the blockchain. Well, actually, yeah, it can. So do one. There needs to be a secondary layer. So I mean, where have we seen this? This is all Blockstream all over this, and Hal started it. There needs to be a secondary layer of payment systems. No, there doesn't. Which is lighter weight, and again, we're lighter weight. This is such a load of bullshit. Lighter weight and more efficient. Likewise, the time needed for Bitcoin transactions to finalize will be impractical for medium to large value purchases. He started this. This is propaganda. This is all propaganda. Bitcoin-backed banks will solve these problems. They can work like banks did before nationalization of currency. Different banks can have different policies, some more aggressive, some more conservative, some will be fractional reserve. I mean, that's counterfeiting. While others may be 100% Bitcoin-backed. Interest rates may vary. Cash from some banks may trade at a discount to that from others. George Sagan has worked out the theory of competitive free banking in detail, and he argues that such a system would be stable, inflation resistant, and self-regulating. Self-regulating, give me a break. I believe this will be the ultimate fate of Bitcoin, to be the high-powered money that serves as a reserve currency for banks. What a load of shit. Reserve currency. Dickhead. For banks that issue their own digital cash, most Bitcoin transactions will occur between banks to settle net transfers. Again, this is how the banking system works. We're literally back to banking 101 again. What an arsehole. Bitcoin transactions by private individuals will be as rare as Bitcoin-based purchases are today. So again, scheming. This is scheming and propaganda. That's all it is. So I would say Hal is actually nefarious, having read this. All the stuff that Blockstream used and Greg Maxwell, and the cabal, basically, it all stems from Hal Finney. Yeah, he's basically told them how to corrupt Bitcoin, and what propaganda they should actually use. That's what he's done. Not impressed with Hal Finney at all. So yeah, and then 31st of December tomorrow, John McAfee said about will one BTC reach 500k within 3 years? He said, if not, I will eat my Johnson. Where is it? I now predict Bitcoin at $1 million by the end of 2020. I will, eat. He should have said, I'll eat my schlong if I'm wrong. And I finally found this image. Absolutely cracks me up. It took me. I thought I'd lost this image. Found it years later. Brilliant. I've got all this collections of Bitcoin in my history. Right, let's get on to looking at the figure. Whoa, 37 minutes. Oh no, 21 minutes already. That's all right. $52 BSV. So hash rate and network nodes are vanity. Transactions and block size are sanity. We'll just have a look at the difficulty adjustment. Look, as in like all-time high again. Good grief. Network nodes, 0.2. Hold on, right. Let's just look at the hash rate of Bitcoin. Here we go. Tailed off a little bit on BSV there. Bit strange. Let's have a look at the transactions. 22,853,239 transactions over the last 24 hours, representing roughly 90% of all the transactions on the entire market. Pretty amazing, really. We'll just cross-reference that with what's on chain. 22.8 million. Yep, 22.8 million. There we go. Excellent. Loving that. Block size on the forks, 97.5. Look at these blocks coming through. 127, 294, 386. Oh, no half gigabyte blocks. But I mean, absolutely massive when you consider that Greg Coin is at 1 megabyte. And what's the largest block here? 1.8. Yeah, 1.84. I know we've got 2.2, 2.3, 2.7. Whoa. They got 2.7 megabytes, and we've got a 386. That's literally 100x the block size in comparison to Greg Coin. Absolutely insane when you actually understand the figures that we're looking at there. Currently 83,000 times cheaper to transact on Bitcoin than Greg Coin, mining Bitcoin at a 24.7% comparable loss. What's going on with eCash? It's 23.7% more profitable to mine eCash. More profitable to mine eCash. So that if it's more profitable to mine eCash, that means other miners would actually have to increase their hash rate in order to bring that profitability down again. Interesting though, still 0.0 over on Bcrash. Usual charts, you have sub-cent fees, beautiful. The longest chain is always must be considered the valid one. I love having a look at these pie charts. This tells you where all the politics is. Here we go. Greg Coin hash rate. Foundry USA will drop their hash power down to 31.2. Bcrash, other miners, 52 on there. Fisher Price Cash, other miners, just down to 6.9. Via BTC, 55% of the hash rate on there. Wow. And Bitcoin will have to cross-reference with what's on chain. Whoa, Cube 45.2, QD Link 28, Tau down in third at 24. Well, and we didn't see any change in the hash rate on BitInfo chart. Sounds a bit odd. Gorilla Pool losing out there. But I mean, it looks to me like Cube has actually increased their hash rate. 45, QD Link 28, Tau down at 24. Unusual happenings there. Could this be the start of competition? Have they figured out what they're onto here? You know, was it Kurt's comment? We said Terranode is going to be pretty much almost like full throttle in a couple of months. Oof. I'd get in there if that was me. Maybe that's what they're doing. Let's have a look at Crypto Quant. Oof. Look at that. The exchanges. Look. Great Coin Reserve. Look. They're having none of it. They're having absolutely none of it. Even though the price is going up, they're like, nah, sod that. Don't want it. We are out. Look. The mom and pop investors going in, and the exchanges is like, yeah, we'll be using the back door to get ourselves out. Good grief. The Tether weather, let's have a look at this. So it's just lost its peg slightly, but it's not really doing anything here. Down on the last 7 days from a high of 139.8 to a low of 138.7. Yeah, $1 billion. $1 billion in a week it went down. That's why the price ain't moving. That's why Michael Saylor will be trying to pump the market himself. I don't think he has any idea how badly manipulated the market is by Tether. I honestly don't think he's looked. Well, I mean, who's going to tell him as well? Yeah, I mean, I don't think he knows how corrupt the world is that we're living in right now, at all. Maybe he just literally hasn't got a clue. He's going to get a nasty schooling. Jeepers. Let's have a look at the short position. Just going up a little bit. Short ratio. Oh, that's almost 1%. It's 0.97. 0.97. I don't think I've ever seen the short ratio that low before. I'll say the long's that low. Almost 1%. Oh, confidence must be being shifted in the market. Interesting. Again, we'll just keep an eye on these charts, you know, for the lulls. Have a look at the Bitcoin price, $53. Looks like it went down and then popped up again. Let's have a look at this on the full chart, see what we're looking at. Yeah, it went down and popped straight back up. Look at that's quite strong, that one. Yeah, very strong. Market's just like, yeah, that's low enough. Right, we'll have some more. Very interesting. Still going up. Interesting. Let's have a look at this compared to... Oh, look at that. That actually went up in comparison to Gregcoin. So this is, BSV versus Gregcoin. Look at that. That actually popped up in comparison to Gregcoin. However, it's down over overall on the day. But interesting, you know. Yeah. I tell you what's going to be even more interesting is when what happens to the charts that we know is going to happen eventually anyway. Whew. Looking forward to that day. Let's have a look at Orange Gateway. So again, this is Bitcoin versus Gregcoin. Showing it going down. This is hasn't updated over the last few hours from what time is that? From 2 o'clock. It's now almost 8 o'clock. 6 hours behind. Let's have a look at that versus USD. That's 6 hours. 6 hours behind as well. Interesting. Let's have a look at Live Coin Watch. Over market, $3.29 trillion. Let's have a look at Gregcoin, $94,000. Saylor bought in at 97. Oh, maybe Saylor bought in at 97. Be interesting to find out when he bought that. He must have bought it around here. Purchasing it over the weekend. Yeah, 28. Yeah, I mean, must have purchased it. Must have purchased it on Saturday. I guess it would have been around here if he got it at 97. So it went from 99.5 and then down. He bought it at 97. It's been along there. Interesting. So now we know he probably bought it on Saturday. XRP. No, look, market went down, bounced up again. Tether market cap. Oh my god. This is such a load of shit. It's hilarious. Down at number 88, $53.26. Yep, Preve, top left of the screen, $53.19. Alright. And again. So the volume still on Zendixon. So somebody actually commented on the videos that they were located in the British Virgin Islands. So interesting. Interesting that they seem to be supporting genuine Bitcoin. Liquidity is not bad either. Hit BTC though. Hit BTC taking the lead there on liquidity. So if you want to withdraw, which is what you need to do, because you shouldn't be selling anyway, you just simply purchase, get your coins off the exchanges, reduce liquidity even more. That's what you want. These are the exchanges to look at. It's like, where can I withdraw from? Very good, very good. Right, that is a 31-minute show. We'll leave it there. Hope you enjoyed it. So as ever, if you enjoyed these updates, please ding your donations for your appreciation to either satoshi@sentby.com, handcash.io, simply.cash, relasia.com, rockwallet.me, or senti.ch. We'll leave it there. Hope you enjoyed it. And as ever, be aware, take care, stay safe out there, have a happy new year, and we will see you in the next one.